Hello.
Hello. Good evening, sir. You are audible. You are audible. Yes, yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Can you hear me right, Subarna?
Yes, yes. You are audible.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, let's wait for another 5 minutes. Let a couple of people to join us. Hi, Gurupriya. Good evening. Hi, Raga Navya. Good evening. Tejeshwar Reddy. Good evening. Let's wait for a couple of minutes. We will start the session. Hi, Maithili. Good evening. Senapati. Good evening. Ranganath. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening. Nikita. Good evening. Pujita. Good evening. Rani Sahu. Good evening. Pavani. Good evening. Let's wait for 2-3 minutes. We will start the session. Kranti, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening. Lokesh, good evening. Anant Lakshmi, good evening. Priya Rajendran, good evening. I think you're good evening. Harika, good evening. Rajashekar, good evening. Barapatla.
Good evening.
Wait for 2 minutes. We'll start the session, guys. What is your plan for weekends? You're about to reach the weekend, right? What is the plan for weekends, guys? Any plans for weekend?
Simply sleep, sir.
Simply sleeping. Wow. Looks like Friday. One more minute. We will start the session, guys. Who joined? Shekhar, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Prajwal, good evening. Lavanya, good evening. Okay. Let's start the session, guys. In the meantime, let everyone join. They will join slowly. Right. Okay. Let's start the session, guys. Hey, guys. Okay. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Good evening, all. in yesterday's session, we were discussed about what is generative AI, and we have seen some of the applications of generative AI. Generative AI has a two different terms, right? Generative is one term, AI is another term. Let's talk about the AI first. AI is nothing but artificial intelligence. Simple, what it does, it mimics the human behavior, right? Whatever the human thinking about, it just mimic the or replicating the human behavior. How does it does? By using the generative AI. What is generative? Generative means generating new things. What it generate? It generates the image, text data, audio, video, image. It could be anything. We have seen some of the examples are such as like conversational agents, some of right chatbots, right? Information extraction, medical information extraction. These are some of the examples we have seen. In today's session, majorly we are going to focus about how does generative AI works. So majorly we are going to, so we learned about what is generative and all we discussed. We have seen some of the applications. But in today's session, how does generative AI works? What is the architecture of the generative AI? This is what we are going to focus in today's session. For this, let's understand with the simple examples and all. So one by one. So generative AI is a type of artificial intelligence technique. It is a AI technique. What is the major purpose? It is used to generate the new data. It is used to generate the new data. So new data, right? So very, very important. Right? It generates the new data. Right? How does it generate that new data? Right? By use, so generate new data. If you ask ChatGPT about Krishna, not about Lord Krishna, some name called, let's say, Krishna Reddy. Do you know who is Krishna? Does generative as ChatGPT, does ChatGPT know who is Krishna Reddy? No. Definitely no. Do you think ChatGPT can able to, or generative can able to generate the data? Definitely not possible. Maybe if I talk about Krishna, maybe generative could refer the name of Lord Krishna. Right? All of a sudden I said some name called A, B, along BBC, Z by Z. Something like that. Do you think ChatGPT can able to recognize it? No, sir. No, it cannot able to recognize. So what it does basically, it is a technique that is used to generate the data. How does it generate the data? By using the existing patterns, or by using the existing data, or by using the available data. With the help of available data, it relies on deep learning to learn complex patterns and relationships in data. For example, let me give how does it work. For example, who is the president of India? Let's say I have written something like this. Okay. So who is the president of India? Let's say I've given this. So automatically, it may take at least 1 second of time. It means ChatGPT or Gemini, Claude, anything. It takes at least 1 second or at least 10 seconds of time to think about it. So you can see there is analyzing. So what it does, first internally, it analyzes the patterns. How does it analyze the pattern? That's what the most important thing. So here is the articles and prepositions. Am I right? What about the who is also a preposition, right? So of also preposition. The most important in terms of the context, which is very, very important, very important is president and India. India. That means system based on these two words, it can understand. And then based on this, it will generate the, what it does, it will go and search their database, given database, pre-trained model. Based on that, it will give us the extract the information. Understood the example? So that is what it relies on the deep learning. Deep learning is deep understanding about the data to learn the complex pattern as well as the relationships in the data, which is the predefined data. What is that? We'll discuss one by one. So we discuss talking about the data, right? Relational data, right? What data we have? What data which is available in the industry, right? So some of the data inputs which are available is text data, am I right? Image data, audio, video, multi-model. What do you mean multi-model?
More than two.
Multi-model data means, any idea guys? Any idea multi-model means? Anjali, Arun, any idea about the multi-model? Deepika, Maurya, any idea about multi-model? Narendra, any idea about multi-model? Text to image. For example, more than one in a given, for example, poster with the image as well as the text data. Video with the subtitles, right? That is more than one. Do you have more than anything else apart from this? Anything else which is available apart from this? Definitely no. Right? Let's understand one of the examples one by. So the moment when you start giving the prompt as a user, I'm talking how to build an application is a different story. How to build an application is a different story. As a user and given the prompt or an input, based on input, then only it will give the output, right? So the prompt, the way you're giving input, that is called prompt. Prompt response. For example, ask you, if I slap you, what will you do? What will you do? If I slap you, let's say, if I slap you, Mr. Hemant, if I slap you, what will you do? Are you, let's say, okay, that's fine. You'll say, no, right? You don't slap me, right? Right? So, slapping is a prompt, right? I hit it. Immediate response will be that response called reaction. Immediate reaction will be the reaction is called response. Easy to understand. Here also, similarly, if I take an example of ChatGPT or Gemini, anything, the way we have given one example, right? Who is the we have asked a question, that is, who is the president of India, right? So the input we are giving, prompt is an input to a GenAI model to accomplish a task, right? The input we are giving, that input is called as the prompt. Let's see how do we give an input. Some example we'll discuss and we'll do. Okay, let's understand about the one or two examples, guys. Okay, so what if I given some data? I given some data to ChatGPT. Okay, I'll talk about that. How does it work also? Let's take an example of ChatGPT. Okay, where is ChatGPT? Or you can use Gemini or anything. Let's say, okay, let's say ChatGPT. If I press the ChatGPT, start now. Let's see, let it open. Okay, here can you see the plus symbol? Add photos or file. Let's say add files. So let's say yeah, I given one data set to that. Let's say I given one data. So let's say I'm giving some data by default. Let's say air passenger, some data I given. Okay. Can you give me top 5 insights about the patterns in given data so that I can explain to business. Listen carefully. Now I have attached some data and I have written some text. Whatever the input, this is the input we are giving. The input is called as the prompt. The input is called as the prompt. So let's understand this. So it's saying analyzing. So does it mean that immediately it is not responding, it is not giving. So its pre-trained models are available. It is just executing the pre-trained model, which is the right suitable model based on the given context. So it says that it's some example, right? It is given some points to us. right? So if I write, okay, this is one example. If I write Python material something slash, I'm given Python material. See here. So the moment a slash Python material, slash is the one of the prompt technique to summarize the data at high level. For an example, as you are a student, assume that you are a student. After 4 hours, let's say tomorrow you have an exam. Tomorrow you have an UPSC exam. Let's say you have a Python exam. Let's say you have some subject, you have an exam. You want to write an exam. So you cannot sit and you cannot read the entire book, right? Right? Am I right? If you give the book name something, you just put the slash and material, automatically it will give you the high level points to recap. That is one of the prompt we can use. Understood? Understood? So now here, this is here the well-structured outline Python method that can use training, self-learning, documentation purpose, beginner to advanced level. So this is what you need to do, right? So if you write something about the Python material for recap, for an interview, for example, if I write something, okay. So it will give something automatically. If you are going for an interview, it gives all the details. Understood? So this is a one technique, guys. So it is given all the things, comments. So you talk about that, what you know about the Python, what are the built-in models you learn. So some of the examples you have, the problems you are getting, everything it given the detailed module wise. Understood? Not only the Python, any topic you can use. Maybe, for example, it could be helpful the people who want to go for an UPSC exam, they want to summarize the topics at a high level. This slash command which could help you a lot. Okay, understood? Like this, there are the hundreds of commands we are going to discuss in the course. As an example, I've shown the one of the command. Make sense? Is it interesting, guys? Is it interesting? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So see, it is also given some questions also. Common Python interview questions. You are going for an interview, right? These are the questions you can ask. So if you don't know, you can ask that. So enter specific topics. Right. So you go with the data libraries, some libraries, and you want to understand about this. Even if you want to prepare an exam or anything, you can use the slash and automatically give the details. Without slash, with slash, you can try, you understand the difference of it. Okay, makes sense. So now what happened? We given an input. That input is called as the prompt. So automatically it analyzing, it giving a output. The output is called as the response. Output we call as the response. So here, if you understand this, an example here for example, see here we have a prompt. Prompt is nothing but the input which you are giving to the tool, right? Or which you are writing in the tool. Here, some of the applications are some of the AI tools. At this point, I'm introducing one of them is called Mid Journey, right? It is a Gen AI model. Like ChatGPT is another Gen AI model. Gemini is another Gen AI model. Lowy AI is another Gen AI model. QI is another Gen AI model. Llama is another Gen AI model. As like one of the example is the Mid Journey. What Mid Journey does basically, it generates you the beautiful images. For example, you upload a photo. Let me tell you one example. Let me tell you, I don't know. I'll tell you one example. How many of you having Instagram accounts? How many of you are having Instagram accounts? Come on, guys. No one?
All.
All. Honestly, I don't have. Okay. But people they're uploading the images on their they said hey, they're uploading one video, one image. They said that can you create one of my poster? I mean living in and I went to Goa. They never been to Goa, but they're enjoying. They give you some photos. They're enjoying it. Goa. They're uploading it Instagram like you and me. You've been to Goa. You've been to some. Yes, you've been to some Delhi. Some blah blah blah. Right. So that all is majority of the images. This is the foundation tool. This is the foundation AI tool which create the mid journey, mid AI photos or images. That is called mid journey, and it will give the response to us. Okay. Let's take an example. One example we have. Okay. How it works and all. Okay. Let's see. Let's practice. Okay. Let's do one example, one case study of this. Okay. So I think I don't have an access to because already I consumed it. There is a mid journey AI. So I may ask you to sign up, explore. Let's say this is the explore C here. So join now, continue with Google. So anyone give an account, I think I cannot use this. Use another account. So then no issue. Let's say we need to sign it. No, nothing will happen. Okay, just it is asking some password and all. I mean, sign ups and all, security reasons, concerns and all. Okay, done. Just wait because I've consumed already because okay, it is some number we have entered. Verify that's you. Okay, continue. Start. Remind me later. So here you have already have a subscription. No, create. For example, why it is asking again. Look around a bit. Already have 6 subscription. No, explore. So maybe it is not allowing to use it because the reason is already have you utilized multiple times. If you try in your own system, it could allow because it is capturing the IP address of the system. Probably that could be the reason I could not able to create. Open your account and you can do it yourself. Right. I can show you some of the examples like I think I don't have the example here. Okay, you can take an example, you can try it. This is one of the nice tool which we can use. Right? Can use this. Right. Unfortunately, it is not allowing me to do it. I need to pay unnecessarily not required, right? To pay the huge amount. Right. Now, how does it generate the response? So the steps, what is the steps you need to do? So first, user enters the prompt. Listen carefully. User enter the prompt. Let's say we enter some prompt, like any prompt. Can you write an email about this? Or can you tell who is the president of India? Any prompt you can. Let's say president of India. Who is the president of India? This is the user enter the prompt. Once user enter the prompt, it model identify the language pattern. Which pattern it is. Before model identify the pattern, it will not take the entire sentence. Right? Entire the sentence or entire statement. What it does, who is the president of India? So it will take the only the important context. How does it take the important context? It does by using the NLP technique, natural language processing. If you want to utilize, it is not required all these things. You want to understand how does it work in the background, you need to understand the concept of NLP, natural language processing. So from the statement, from the sentence, who is the president of India? This is the sentence. From this sentence, with the help of language modeling concept, it will identify the most important context in the sentence. What is the most important context in this given sentence? President of India. Who? President India. This is the most important context. With respect to that, model analyzes context. That's what analyze the data. And then it will generate by using the pre-trained models, by using the GPTs. GPT means generative pre-trained transformers. It will generate the context. It will generate the prompt first. And the prompt will be displayed on the screen. So here three things we need to learn. One concept we need to understand about the language modeling. How does GPT works? How does pre-trained transformer works? This is the basic fundamental concepts you need to be explored or you need to be learned if you want to be an expert in Gen AI. These are the prerequisites. That is what we are going to cover in depth in that course. You want to execute the scripts and all, you must have to have a knowledge of Python also. Without that, we cannot perform and we cannot execute. Understood? Understood? Right? But now, today news only. I'll tell you about the one news, today news only. Today news. So I'll tell you also why you need to run or build your own application rather than depending on the ChatGPT. Right? Let's see one of the example. I'll tell you about I'll show you one of the news to all of you. So payment on OpenAI tools for utilizing the content. See, where is it not displaying? How Google is charging for utilizing. See here, Google may pay media companies up to 20 million a year per year, right? Right? Google may pay media companies up to 20 million for new content for power of AI models. Right? Not only the Google, even every here OpenAI support billing. I mean, I saw some news somewhere where I could have seen that. So somewhere I saw the news in the morning only. Right? What basically what the content is. So far OpenAI, let's say ChatGPT, giving us data, right? They don't have a given data. They extract the data from various sources from the internet platform. They can use the data, summarize the data, and they can pay you. But now question coming to us, let's say I create my own website, I have a lot of data. Why should I give my data to ChatGPT? No, right? So ChatGPT should have paid to me as a user, because so going forward, the charges would be more and more on ChatGPT or available tools, Gemini and all. So companies would prefer to use or create your own applications, AI-based application, rather than utilizing the existing applications. Right? For this also, you must have to have learned about your own tools, or you need to understand how to build the applications. That is really, really important for everyone. Make sense? Because how long the company they will allow you? No, right? After some time they can block it, right? They cannot utilize their content, right? So that is what the reason. Understood? So next thing, adapt and learn from how does it generate the features? So based on the previous input, it take the output and it generate. So for example, I'll show you an example. For example, I'll show you. Let's say I have 20 lakhs rupees. Let's listen carefully. Listen carefully. I have 20 lakhs rupees. I want to invest in mutual funds. Suggest me best thing. Funds. Suggest me best funds. Okay. This is the context I have given. See here. I have invested. It is given the recommended mutual funds. Some flexi cap. Some blah 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 is giving. Some mid cap. Right. Some Parag Parikanzi rise prudential multi like balance advantage. Right. It is giving some output. Why this is makes investment strategy and all. It is given that. Right. Now I added one more statement. Already I have flexi cap. Suggest me other thing. Suggest me other thing. Right? Others. Right? So now again second input. Listen carefully. What ChatGPT does, already it given some output, right? The first point, adapt and learn from its previous output. What does it mean? Here already it has given some output to us. Based on that output, it learned. So what it learned, see here. Already have flexi caps. Can suggest me on. See here. Since already you had a flexi cap revised here. That means already hold a flexi cap, mutual funds, moderate, right? So it's suggesting the some other funds, right? I did not like the one which I mentioned above. Let's say I mentioned like this. I did not like it, whatever you suggested, right? See here. Thanks for honest feedback. Let's refine this to give you a better 20 lakhs mutual fund. Listen carefully. 20 lakhs mutual. In my current prompt, did I mention about the 20 lakhs? No. Previous input, did I mention 20 lakhs? No. How many prompts I have given? Three different prompts I have given. In first prompt, I have given the 20, I mentioned 20 lakhs. In second prompt, I did not mention about the 20 lakhs. In third prompt also, I did not mention about the 20 lakhs. However, in third, whenever it is given the output for the third prompt, it clearly stated that to give you a better 20 lakhs mutual fund portfolio. That means it started learning. It started learning about the, listen carefully. It started learning about the from previous outputs. So improve its ability to generate. So compare the three outputs. The first output, compare the first output, given the second output is much better. Compare the second output, third output is given the better. So that's what it is improving the ability to generate the outputs. And as well as it gives the generate the personalized output. It may not give the same output. For example, in the case of mutual funds, uh, some person like Raghu could take a higher risk. Maybe Senapati could take moderate risk, or let's say Taj could have taken a risk free. She don't want to have any risk. Depends on the our portfolio, or depends on our opinion, our request. It will generate the personalized prompt or personalized output. That is what the meaning here. Make sense? Clear about these 3 points? Any confusion, any doubt? Even I anyone are holding or anyone having mutual funds, if you want to review your portfolios and all, go and try in ChatGPT, but don't rely 100% on that. But it may give you some better sense, right? Right, whether it is holding correct or not, but 100% may correct, may not the correct, but at least it will give some key points to your investments and all. Not only that, you want to make personal decision, try to share your opinions and all. It may give us some thoughts, right? That's what the meaning here. Any questions, guys? Any doubts so far? Arun, any questions? Nagaraj Bajwada, any questions? Deepika, Akash Vardhan, Gurupriya,
Yeah, no,
Lakshmi.
good.
Good, right? Right. Now, these are some features. There are many features. As an example, we are discussing the 3 features in this case. Right. Now, prompt. So this is created using the DAL 3. DAL 3 is another AI tool as a mid journey. Football player reading a newspaper in the Picasso style. So you want to create some images and all. So again, another option called DAL 3 as a mid journey. One more. Can you open and can try? Maybe DAL 4 also came if I'm not wrong. I think let me check the DAL 4. Next generation of yeah. Okay, earlier it is right. Create a custom image for free. Start for free. My God, everyone are asking the emails. Right. If you want to create anything,
right? Description, image you want to AI create, right? Let's read this only. Let's create this only. Prompt, football player reading the, see how you want image. How do you want image? Styles, do you want any styles? Do you want fancy style, professional, like comic book, right? Square, how do you want image? Like thumbnail also, it will give the some image. So it generate the some image. Maybe free image may not give the 100% quality, 100% accurate. Right? See, some comic image it is given. Suppose if you give your own image and ask you also, it does. It does. Right? Let's say I said Rohit Sharma lifting the T20 World Cup image in robot format, in robot style. Right? Generate. Think. Right. So these are the, by using the existing tools you can you try example DAL 4. There is an example DAL 4. I will send you that. Can you try? Can you try? I'll give 1 minute of time. Can you try? Anyone would like to try? I send you that. Can you try? Can you try? Can anyone try, please? Yeah. Any questions? Any doubt? Clear? Oh. Any questions? Any doubt? Okay, let's start the exam. Okay, done. Okay, done. Everyone tried? Any one would like to share your pics? Anyone would like to share? Ajay, would you like to? Kranti, Nikit, Puj, I mean, Shekhar, Shiva, Venu, Vishal Reddy. Anyone would like to share? Prajwal. Okay, perfect. You can try, don't need to share. Good. These are some tools. Okay, these are some of the examples of the Gen AI. So another example is write write a sonnet on write generators. You want to write some poem, right? You want some poem on anything, right? You want to sing a song. For that, you want to write some text, right? In ChatGPT also you can write. So can you try this? Write a sonnet on generative AI, right? Or write ask you some story, right? Story also can be created using this, right? Okay, let me show you one example using ChatGPT. How does it write? Can you create a story? Best example story about story to teach kids. Let's say tomorrow I want to teach about the normal distribution. Let's say I want to teach about the deep learning to kids about machine learning. Let's say I write something about machine learning. Fun and learn the music, a story to learn. Right. So it gives some story. Okay. Some fun examples. Fun examples about let's say deep learning. So automatically it will give you the lot of things, right? But all these things are just we are using whatever existing are there, we are just using it. but we could not able to, we are not are in the process or in the discussion to build it. Our goal is to build the applications, right? Our goal is to build the applications. How do we build the applications? For that, we need to understand how generative AI system works. How generative AI system works. Okay, let me explain you example. Okay, let me explain you some example. So I'll go detailed example of this. Listen carefully, guys. Listen carefully. So what is your understanding? What is your understanding about this? So we have a data. So in the data we have the input. That input we are giving, that is called prompt. The output is called response. So we know what we are giving input. We know what we are expecting as an outcome also we know. And roughly, not exactly, we have an idea. But what is happening in the middle? So from the input and output, what is happening? That is what we need to understand. So what generative AI system does, it learns the pattern from the unstructured input data. The unstructured input data means we are giving as input the text, image, audio, video, multimedia, or code also. Even your code also can give as input. Your code also unstructured, right? Who, as a layman, I don't know any coding language, will be able to understand. No, right? Right? That is called unstructured data. Right? And also generate the unstructured output. Now we got one answer. As the input and accept the unstructured input and output also unstructured output, which means both input and output as an unstructured. So generative AI output as either the text, image, audio, or video. But it never generated probability value. It never generated some number. It never generated the class label. For example, sir, what does it mean? I could not able to understand. Now India versus England test match is going on, right? Third day, right? Today is third day, right?
Yes, sir.
Third day. Now almost I think 285 some score they have scored England out of 5 wickets. Huh? 285 now. Okay. Now I want to know who is going to win this match. What do you say?
Yeah.
Now the match is happening between India versus England, right? Who is going to win?
India.
As Indians, you say India is going to. Is it going to happen really? We don't know. We can even tell the probability. What is the probability India is going to win? What is the probability India is going to lose? Let's say I say 80% of likely chances that India is going to win. 25% likely chances India is going to lose something. What is the probability you are going to win the lottery? Very, very minute probability, right? These kind of values, as I said, the probability value. Understood the probability value? Right? Whether it's churn or not churn, stay, how long you're going to survive in this world? We don't know, right? That is the label, survival or not survival, some number output. What is the temperature tomorrow? What could be the temperature tomorrow? We don't know. These kind of outputs generative cannot able to generate. Can you try the prompt? What could be the temperature tomorrow? Let's see. What ChatGPT tells?
Yeah, it
It may tell you average, but it may not give the accurate or forecasted value. Right? But it can able to generate the input, text, image, audio, and video. Now, before we are going to understanding about the architecture of generative AI, we understand one thing is that both input and output is an unstructured data. Now, what do you mean by unstructured? Unstructured means it could be in the form of text data, image, audio, video. Right? Right? Understand about this? Next thing. Now I have increased slightly more the complexity. Right? Now I have a data. Now see here, what is input accept? Text, image, audio, code, label, unlabeled. So this is the base generate model. Now it's the GPT-4. I did not update the slide. It is the GPT-4.
Here the model usually train a large amount of mostly unstructured data learn relationships and patterns. So what it does, basically there are already predefined libraries like ChatGPT, Gemini. They can learn billions of models, right? So what happens? No, what happens? Let's say getting the ChatGPT, it is not free. They have to pay. Their cost will be there. Some cost will incur for them also. The cost is measured in the form of tokens. The token is called, each word is called as a token. So if you buy the base plan, they can give you the 80,000 tokens, 1,20,000 tokens free, right? Let's say you buy the professional something, 2 lakh tokens are free something. For both input, generating input, output also, you need to pay in the form of generate the data in the form of tokens. Token is nothing but a word. For each token, you have to pay the amount, right? And by using the fine tune, once it's done, by using the fine tune generative ML, the fine tune generative models are ChatGPT, Gemini AI, Claude AI, these are something. And then it generates the questioning answer, code generation, image generation, as well as text generation. Now compared to the previous slide, now slightly important, improved. Understand the ability? Yes or no? Now let's go bit deeper. Okay. Okay, I'll come to that. So some of the application, I will talk about the application. So let's understand about this, what it does, see how it is working, right? So this is the architecture, end-to-end application of architecture. How does it work? So the front end UI, the one that you see the screen, right? You have given the input from, that is the front end, right? So majority of the front end can be developed, the application like Streamlit is one of the nice application in the local use. AWS Bedrock is the another thing we can use that, right? Azure OpenAI also, these are some of them are you can use for the front end now. So the front end, what happened? You are given the prompt. Listen carefully, right? This is the input. As a prompt is the input. Response is the output. Understood? Up to now, response. Only we know about the we are given the input. We are getting the output. That is only two things we know. What about the rest of things? That is really you need to understand, right? If you want to build an application, generative application, these things are really important. Okay. Trust me, guys. Trust me. In another 1 year, everyone say that I'm a data scientist. I'm sorry, I'm a generative AI specialist. What do? I'm using ChatGPT in my office. Right? Can I say that I'm a generative? No, boss. You become a successful generative specialist the moment you start creating your own applications. Trust me, in the down the line 5 years, there will be no full-time roles. Majority of the cases. Trust me. There will be contract roles. Oh, I need to create some application. We're able to create. Right? So I want to create some web applications like Amazon app. We'll be able to create. Okay. These kind of roles will be generated more and more. For this, I don't see majority of the people are relying these 2 points up to now here only. This is not required for me. This is what we need to understand, right? So the moment you give the prompt, where does it go? It go to the backend logic. Backend logic is nothing but even ChatGPT is not a god. They have to extract the data from somewhere, right? If I ask you how many questions you can able to remember, 100 questions is a system, right? As a human, how many questions you can remember? 100. So if I ask you what is the capital of India, you said Delhi. What is the capital of Argentina? What is the capital of let's say French? Paris, right? What is the capital of Cambodia? Don't know. Right? What is the capital of Arunachal Pradesh? What is the Sikkim? What is the capital of some XYZ? We don't know. Right? We can so they need to be stored somewhere, right? Yes. Here also, when they give the input, first it will store in the 2 databases. So generally we use scalar databases, normal databases. For this generalized data, text data and all, we use a database called vector DB. DB is nothing but database. So this is the first thing, vector data. whatever we trained, pre-trained models, like GPT, we are talking about GPT, right? Pre-trained GPT, all the data stores in vector database. And then custom documents. As per the, so first it will go to the vector database. So it will hit the backend, the prompt will hit the vector database. And then it will be custom. So in the vector database, there are a lot of information available. Unflattered information. So, but there is no tag, like the data related to the sociality, the data about humanity, the data talks about the cricket, the data talks about the football, the data talks about the sports, the data talk about the politics, the data talk about the history, right? That information stores in the custom documents. Even it won't give. Again, the custom documents will select the data, then the logic will go to LLM. So which model suits for it to summarize the data? For summarizing the data also, here we use, so here, listen carefully guys, listen carefully. The moment the data backend logic, right? Vector database cannot able to understand immediately. Vector database cannot able to understand immediately. So it will first go to the language modeling. What it does? It go to the language modeling, are also called as the word embedding. What do we call? Word embedding techniques. It will go to the word embedding. So from there it will hit this. So for specialized data, word embedding, it will hit the like word embedding, language modeling, right? Next, it will go to the custom document. It select the topic. That is called topic modeling. That is called topic model. So it captures a lot of data, right? Encrypted. So to go to the LLMs and all, they use transformation techniques. Transformation techniques. Right? And then with the transformation technique, it generates the output, and then it will give us the, again, it will give us the response to us. This is how the architecture works. If you want to understand, these are the topics you need to learn. Then only you can be able to understand the how does it happen. If you want to learn all these things, it is a part of NLP model. So if you want to be an expert in generative AI, these are the techniques you need to be learned. These are the things you need to learn. Make sense? Understood, guys? So you don't want to use these things. I don't want all these things. There are the platform codes without no code platform, such as ChatGPT as well as Hugging Face. By using this, we can build the no code based application in fraction of minutes. Right? You want to create some dashboard, simple data, some dashboards you can create. You can with the help of Python that you can do that. Let's say, how do we do that? Right? Maybe for that you require some paid applications and all you require. Right? Let's say I have given some data. Bank market, I given some bank market data. Can you create Python dashboard? Python dashboard to understand the patterns. Let's see how I do. So it write the code automatically. The coding is not a big deal. See here. So Python dashboard code, we are running this. See here. So first copy the code. Copy. Copied. So what it does, see, I'm going to the Google Drive. I'm showing the one of the examples of see here, Google Collaborator. I'm using some Google Collaborator. So Google Collaborator is the Google product basically, which is use the Python code. Right? See, what are the steps it is given? We'll write the same thing. We can create the dashboard also. Right? Let's see. Connect this. I copied the data.
right? See, it is same where it is given. See here. Nothing I'm doing here. Look into here. So I'm doing in front of you only, right? I copied the entire data, import pandas dash dependence pd dot read underscore csv. So for that, I need to read the CSV file. I need to enter the whatever the CSV file we are using, right? The CSV file I need to give to them. Right? We need to give the data file, right? So I'm writing the bank market. This is a file I've given. Just we are uploading the data. Right? What it does next, we are uploading the data also. We have entered the data. Right? Next to see where is it? Hey. Hey, where is it? Where is the ChatGPT? Closed, huh? Oh, sorry. No, I think I did not close. Okay, sorry. I closed it. Okay, let me write down. Okay, let me do it here only. So why we need to go to ChatGPT? I think I closed it, huh? Don't know, sorry. Search with the ChatGPT. So I'm uploading the files, bank market only. I'm taking the bank market.csv. Can you please create a dashboard using Python? Let's see. See, it is creating the dashboard using the Python. See, it is giving the dashboard here only. See, we can execute also. Right? See, automatically here only we can execute all the code, run, install in the package. Everything it will be done here only. No need to go to the Python also. Run, installing the packages. What are the required packages? It is installing. Running code. One, please provide the feedback as okay. Some errors. Maybe it is giving the some error. Maybe let's see. Maybe you can run execute here. Maybe some errors are getting. See, we'll solve this. Hey, why it is not? Module not found. No module of dash. So what you need to do? So you need to pip install dash quality and all. So you need to install the required library. So how do you install? Code pip install dash and quality. These are the two things. Panda is already available. So let's install this. We are installing the required libraries. Now can you try now? See, it is executing. Now app explain the error. See, app server debug. Explain the error. See, automatically nothing we are doing, right? Nothing we are doing. Automatically everything is taken care by that. Just where are there? Just explain the error and we are modifying it. So accept and run. Right? See, it executed now without an error. See here. Done. How much time has taken? Right? Nothing we have done. We have given a data set, automatically it is giving the everything. Whatever you can select the column. Right? Housing loan. How many lines of code we have written? Right? Education. See. That is the benefit of. But this, by using this AI, you can improve your dashboard and all. Right? Whatever the data you can take, right? You can improve this. You can improve this as per your requirement. Right? That's how it is all about the dashboard creation. Right? If you want to run this code in Python somewhere in the bash file also, you can run. That's it. Even you can local also, you can execute this. So which server you are using, which target variable you are using, right? Right. All these things you can build much better way. Just an example, I build it. So by using that, we can build very, very benefit. Right. That is all about your today session about the Gen AI. Any questions, guys? Any doubt? You can modify also. You want to select the future also, you can modify also. Lot many things can be done. You want to write this code. Have you written single lines of code? Nothing. But it is given whatever required. Right? You just need to load the data. You just change the app title. You can take any, you can use any data. You can use any data set. Just need to load. That's it. Automatically, it will give the dashboard. So no need to worry about the coding. No need about the output worry. No need about the error. No need to worry about the debug errors. Nothing is required. You can improve also. You can improve. Right? I can ask this. Can you create? Can you create much advanced dashboard? Right? See how does it does? Can you create much advanced? Copy. Okay, done. Advanced dashboard. We are done here. Let's go to the next slide. Here. Paste here. Here. 1 second. What data set it has taken? Let's see. We need to be very careful because it's giving means blindly we cannot go. Right. Maybe it has taken the bank market. Some explain the errors. I don't know what is the error also. Let's see. So just explain the error. See, automatically clarify the error also. No need to worry. So mean to that, no need to worry about the code. Accept and run. Done. Now let's see. Now execute the code. So some app server issues. Sorry. 1 second. Some explain the error. Working. Let's see. It will identify the error automatically. It will give the output to us. Right? See, accept and run. Done here also. Now you can see the. See here. Now much advanced. Right, much advanced dashboard. So here also you can see the distributions. It is everything is done time series campaign, right? So some graphs and all. Going forward, do you think Power BI everything will be there? No. Why should I pay to the Power BI Microsoft? I can use free of cost, right? I can build own applications, right? Yes, right? Do I need to spend thousands of hours for this? But I can improve the coding. I can improve the coding. We did not learn about single line of code, but we able to create the dashboard in 5 minutes. We got 2 errors. Nothing. We did not see where the error also. Accept and run. That's it. So this is what we are utilizing. You want to create our own application? That is what we need to learn. That is what we are going to learn in our course. Understood? Thank you. Thank you all. See you tomorrow. Any questions? Sorry, Monday. Any questions? Any doubts? Is it interesting or boring? See, I have not created some dashboards earlier and I just run it in front. I copied everything from in front of you only. Right? But how it is working and all, we need to learn in detail. That's what we are going to discuss in the course. Thank you. See you next class, Monday. Thank you all.
All right.
Any
Please,
questions?
can you
Yes,
drop
please.
the recording link in the group chat?
Yes, we do. We will share.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any questions, guys? Any doubt? Thank you. See you tomorrow. Sorry, Monday. Have a nice weekend. No questions?